hello there, people. It's been a solid minute, huh? It's been a solid minute, I will say. It's been an interesting couple of, days, whatever. It's it's crazy. Also, let me fix my sound. My apologies. But no. Welcome back to the Elden Ring bow only build. These were a crazy. That was a crazy week last week. Hey yo, Sony, what's up? No, we're finally back to streaming. It was a weird week last week. A lot of times I just sleeping schedule fucked me over, and a lot of times it was just like a weird enough day to where I just couldn't do it. So, but I'm glad to be back. Good. Even if it's like I'm good to be back. Good to be back. How are you doing, Sony? How are you doing? Cause I'm feeling good.
Oh, you've defeated a grand again, the Kari and I. Let us get together.
Yeah, right. But no, today, as per the title, we will be having the simp for Ranni, which is a bit of a depressing fact of life.
Yes, I am Salvis. I don't know what, but since Ironman pay me should you, if it were up.
Well, that's good to hear that you're doing good. But no, I will say it's good to be back. It's good to be back. I'm finally, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. All right. I guess to explain the big thing that happened today. Today was very interesting. First, my car wouldn't start,
I shall soon
and it wasn't even like
body is still.
it wasn't even like like the engine was acting funky. It was the battery, and my car wouldn't not even the lights of like the dashboard would turn on. It was fucking crazy, and so had to what's it called, jump the car with my mom's car, and unironically, my car's a 2005 Camry, so it's a bit old, and there was what's the word, lime corrosion on the transformers or whatever. So the transmitters. So it would just wouldn't take the what's it called? The clamps. It just wouldn't take the power. So I had to put something kind of acidic on there, and I threw some Coca-Cola on there. My dad told me to put the Coca-Cola on there, and it worked. Which, I mean, it makes sense, chemically speaking. It's just kind of it's just it wasn't on the list of things I would have expected to work in that scenario. But no, anyway, after pouring Coca-Cola on those transmitters, my car finally was able to get jumped, and then I went to a local Toyota dealership because it still had warranty. The battery had warranty on it. It was barely a year old. And the wild part of it all was when they tell me So listen, your battery is just dunzo, right? The one of the energy cells is just like, it's doing the exact opposite of what I expect in a situation where it's like not giving enough power. It is in fact giving too much power, and it is draining the battery of its like dwindling energy. So we have to replace it. Only problem is that we don't have any batteries for a Camry at a Toyota dealership. So we have to order a new one, and we don't have an ETA on that. So you're just gonna have to drive a rental for a while, because they can't let you leave without a vehicle like that. So for the foreseeable future, I have a 2023 Corolla, and I'm kind of like, I don't know what to say to it. I mean, like, it's a pretty neat car, but like, you know, it's like one of those things where I'm already attached to my Camry, so I kind of don't want to have to not drive without it. It is a very nice car, I will say. The brake is extremely smooth. The thing has an actual stereo. I don't think I mentioned it, but my car doesn't have a stereo. My Camry doesn't have a stereo. When I originally got it, the Camry was originally my dad's. He sent it over, and it was generally like pretty alright otherwise, but the stereo for some reason just had like a miswiring issue when it was sent over to my place. So I tried to put in a new one, but you know, I don't know too much about cars. I know enough, but like not. It's more a matter of my first car was a Ford Edge, and that thing was a hunk of junk, overheating constantly and everything. So like, you know, I had to learn on the fly maintenance. But no, I've been using a Bluetooth speaker. It's right there actually, a Bluetooth speaker for my radio, because I haven't been able to figure out how to put in a stereo. And this 2023 Corolla, holy fuck! When you're living only on Bluetooth speaker, just the sound blast of like me being like blown back into my seat with how much sound that thing can produce. Mwah. Mwah. I love it. I love the sound so much. It's so beautiful. It's gonna be, I will say, if there's one thing that's gonna be hard to go back to when I have to give back the rental, is not having that stereo, because it's so loud. I can't drive without music or something to listen to, and it's fine when I'm listening to like a podcast when I'm driving, but when I'm listening to music, I like it to be loud. I like to feel the bass in my chest, make my rib cage rattle. That's gonna be the one thing I miss. Just please, just give me I just, maybe one day I'll find a way to get that thing installed, because it's painful not having it, bro. Not like that exact, but like the stereo I bought. I got a hold of how to deal with fellow tarnished. Alright, stop avoiding my arrows, buddy. Stop. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop avoiding my arrows. No, no healing. Uh-oh. I love having a fucking hedgehog. Bro is fucking covered in arrows right now. He's gonna need to see a doctor for that. Not gonna lie. Come on. There we go. Malden C, the loser. Let's equip our weapons back. And get right back to our daily schedule programming. For today, we will have to be simping for Ranni for the sake of the run. Because of course we need to do all remembrances. All remembrances are just, well, we need to do this one. Okay. Whew. Man, oh man. I will say that was it was tiring after all said and done. Moving around the cars and everything, jumping the cables. The jumper cables. The only jumper cables we had are like I don't know, made from the fossil age, and they're fucking breaking apart. And the handles, to put in perspective, these jumper cables were like they're old. So like when I'm the handles on top of the copper are missing on some of them. So meaning straight up I have to what is it? Touch raw copper when I'm connecting it to a battery. It's like I had a strategy where I would remove one of the handles off one and put it on another, just so I could, like, you know, manage it all. It was pretty strange. DC current won't show me. Oh, DC won't shock me. Okay, I got it. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's raw copper on a car battery, you know? It's like one of those things that, like, I don't know. It sounds like a saw trap. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am very much satisfied not wanting to pull. Okay. Again, would not. I don't know. Just I've seen car batteries get used like in like a in like in use for paint. But I'm assuming they rigged it in a certain way. I don't know. I am not an expert. I am not an expert electrician, obviously, so I do not know these things. So Sony coming in here with the real facts of life here. Oh, okay. So technically you can do shit with those, but it's not if you like your battery, you don't do that. I see. Okay. And if you like, not something exploding around you, which is typically something that most people don't like. Most people don't like having things exploding nearby them. Just me though. I don't know. I like the idea of making explosive. It's a pretty neat concept. Like the whole what's the word? What am I thinking? What's the best way I can say it? So like here's an example. So I would never ever want to launch a nuke, really, at all. But if I had an opportunity to like launch it somewhere where it just doesn't matter, like in the middle of nowhere, right? Just some place that like it's completely cool to explode. I'm honestly like there's like some morbid curiosity. That's fair with having a bad experience with explosives, so. Completely fair to have had a bad experience with a car with explosives. I can imagine. So I imagine having bad experience with explosives is kind of a semi-common enough thing. I mean, like last month was 4th of July, and isn't it like most like in America at the very least, the highest amount of time where people lose their fingers or whatever is on like 4th of July. Oh, geez, that's. Ooh, that's crazy. That just so That's wild. Someone just put a fucking gas tank inside of a hollow stump. I mean, that's wild. That's definitely it. If there's a good thing there to take note of, no one got hurt there. I mean, that's God damn. Stupid fucking deer. But no, I'm glad you made it out okay. That sounds pretty dangerous, honestly. An arrow right to the ass.